Hello, are you looking for the evidence analysis you need when writing about the feeling of love? Well, look no further. The MS videos provide you with all the information you need to help you achieve the very highest marks when being asked to explore the feeling of love in the tragic play Romeo and Juliet. What we'll do now is run through a plethora of key quotes and analysis that you can include. So let's begin. Verona's summer has not such a flower. Not only does Lady Capulet demonstrate her pleasure at a potential match, but once again there is a motif of aesthetic beauty through the noun flower. Summer is a time of warmth and prosperity. Therefore, this indicates that Paris is a very embodiment of this in the eyes of the character Lady Capulet. What lamb? What ladybird? The use of the pet name not only highlights the informal and loving relationship the nurse has with Juliet in comparison to Lady Capulet, but the noun lamb highlights innocence, youth, and vulnerability. It also reminds us of sacrifice. Juliet dies and a family feud ends. Moreover, the noun ladybird suggests beauty, but once again, the notion of vulnerability. Young men's love lies not truly in their hearts, but their eyes. A social comment, and one which serves to show the friar is a voice of reason, and one that questions the motive of Romeo. In their eyes indicates that young men care only for aesthetics and not the true nature of a person, which can be found in the heart. Depending on how the line is spoken by an actor, the final part could be heard with a sense of innuendo. Examine other beauties. The character seeks to advise Romeo away from Rosaline, not just as an attempt to avoid any issues with Capulets, which Benvolio obviously fails to do, but the verb examine also suggests that Benvolio understands that Romeo is interested in the aesthetic side of romance. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down. Mercutio sees love as a game, something which can be controlled rather than the other way around. The line, whilst advising Romeo, is full of innuendo, which will not only amuse the audience due to its boring nature. The imperative nature of the sentence indicates that the character is someone who seeks to support Romeo, despite his use of humour, which is again seen later in the play when he lays his life down for him. This viewpoint also strongly contrasts the courtly love traditions employed by Romeo. Too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. The character Juliet utters caution at the speed at which Romeo wishes the love to continue. The listing of negative connotations in association with their relationship indicates that the character is logically aware of the ills of this intercourse but cannot and will not stop it to stars. The Alexis rash suggests speed which shows no thought for the consequence. But soft what light for yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. The character hides from Juliet at this point, linking not only to the secrecy which runs throughout the play, but can also portray Romeo as a voyeur, exposing Juliet to the male gaze. The courtly love tradition is in play in these lines, with the character comparing her to the sun, the giver of life, warmth, and all things positive. Shakespeare uses the form of iambic pentameter when the character Romeo talks about Juliet, and this is heightening the status of not only Juliet, but their love, which can be used to suggest that this love is better than the one he felt towards Rosaline. A pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. Taken from the prologue, it foreshadows the demise of the two protagonists who, due to the crossing of their destinies, star-crossed, take their life. This can also suggest that their futures become confused or twisted in this manner. Dashing rocks, thy seasick weary bark, here's to my love. The moment Romeo takes the poison, believing Juliet to be dead, the imagery of the weary bark is a nautical metaphor, suggesting that the path Romeo has sailed is now at an end, with the verb dashing being used due to the violent connotations of it, linking to the idea of suicide. So there's a great selection of key analysis and quotations you could be using. Make sure you're now practicing using them in your essays. So good luck.